Sound check anytime you're ready.
Stay tuned, folks, for Dayton Nugs hockey coming up against the Cincinnati Swords in just minutes. Stay with us. Good afternoon, everybody, from the National Trail and Parks Department chiller in Springfield, Ohio. Welcome to Dayton Nugs Amateur Hockey. My name is Kent Jacobs. Today the Cincinnati Swords are in town from the Queen City to take on the Dayton Nugs. There was a game played early this morning between these two teams, the Nugs winning 4-1 over the Swords. The Nugs are coached by Tony Morris, the Swords by Randy Petrick. The assistant coaches for Dayton, Eric Schreiner, Bill Daniels, and for Cincinnati, Greg Moore, Andy Sloan. Ben Duford in net for the Dayton Nugs in this game, and as soon as I can tell the number of the young man way at the other end of the rink, I'll let you know who the starting goaltender for Cincinnati is. Cannot see him from this vantage point, his number, but we'll get that for you. The Nugs are in their all black uniforms, and the Swords in the white sweaters and navy blue trunks. Nugs control in their own end from the opening draw. Adams lost it. It's picked up. And carried out to center ice by Riley Hansen. And I think the numbers are on this right side, I think. As we're playing 15-minute periods. These two teams, both club teams, consisting of high school players, really some of the best high school players from various high schools throughout the area. Ben Duford makes his first save of the afternoon. Pad save. Rebound remains live behind the net. Now it's picked up for Dayton by Steve Adams. Adams coasting into the Cincinnati zone. Now he loses the handle on the puck. And Ryan Polcotti will dump it in. Trying to cut in for a quick shot for the Nugs. And we don't have a number 11 on either side here. You happen to know who number 11 is out there? I don't see an 11 on either. So no number 11, so we don't know who that young man is. Polcotti unable to hold it in. Swords trying to poke it ahead. They steal it. Shot saved by Duford. He cuts off the angle by moving out of the top corner of the crease and makes the stop. Now back comes Schwanekamp of Dayton. He slides it through the slot. No one's there for a tip. No score. We're 2:45 into the first period. Ryan Polcotti for Dayton drops it back into his own end. It's played there. By Shearer. Pass off a stick. Whoa, how you doing? 3 minutes into a scoreless first period. Now a shot at the other end of the rink and the save made, and they'll cover it up. And I think the rosters are mixed. Oh well. We've got 19, and that's Shearer on the left side, but no. Oh well. We'll make our way through it. 3 minutes in to the first period and scoreless. Now losing his footing and going down is Jaden Berrigan of Cincinnati. He lost the handle. Swords maintain possession. Here's along the right wing, Xander Moore. He got checked and the puck is cleared away. Swords back in. There's a shot and a blocker save that's parried up over the glass by the big blocker mitt or pad of Ben Duford. And that will result in a face-off. For Dayton, Noel Snary will take the face-off against Xander Moore. Snary wins the draw. Nugs trying to come back, but it's taken away at center. Ogren Kotarian dumps it in for Cincinnati. Back Steve Adams of the Nugs in their sinister all-black uniforms out there. Puck chipped in by Lutzy. 10:45 to go in the period. No score. Period number one from the Chiller. And these teams consisting of the best high school players throughout the area. But this will be the final contest of this preseason fall campaign, as the high school season is about to start in just a week or two for all these players. There's a tip at the other end, a save made. Puck cleared to the blue line and it escapes to center. Nugs have to retreat. 10 minutes even left in the period. Dumping in for the Nugs was Dabrowski. But the puck emptied right back down the ice, and as it carries beyond the goal line, no icing waved off. Now for the Nugs, it is Lytle, Ryan Lytle. Shot to center, and the Swords will dump it right back in. Back is Shearer, Chris Shearer. He's checked at center ice. Nugs able to keep the puck away from the attacking Sword player, Skylar Turner. 9 minutes left in the period. I apologize, I can't see the number of the starting goaltender of Cincinnati, but we'll get his number in the second period because his back will be to us on this end of the rink. And Shearer will knock it back into the sword zone. Should be no icing on this play either, as the puck was touched by the skate of the Nug player. Nugs change lines on the fly as Cincinnati held possession in the Dayton zone, but now the Nugs trying to make something happen at the other end. Puck in the corner, now shot back to the left point, but the Nugs unable to hold it in. They'll have to start another offensive attack into the sword zone. Thomas Bush for Dayton on left wing. Bush trying to backhand it in front, turns, shoots, save, rebound loose. One of the sword players hits the ice in the corner, and there is a whistle and I believe a penalty. Does it look like elbowing? Is that what we have? I think one of the Nug players, and that is, couldn't see his number. Who was it? Langendorfer. Thanks. So Langendorfer goes out. And they've got the number up there. Hey, that's convenient. On the scoreboard, they did post the number. So for Dayton, Matt Langendorfer goes off on an elbowing as he knocked the sword player down to the ice in the corner at the other end. So a Cincinnati power play opportunity. First man advantage for either team in this Sunday afternoon affair. This is the capstone of this preseason schedule before all these players will then disperse to either their high school team or their club teams for the official start of the high school season next month. Adams for Dayton. He's knocked down to the ice by two swords. There's a big hit by the Nugs, Ryan Lytle, against Moore. Now Adams and Lytle pinning two swords to the end boards in the Nug zone. Swords on a power play for another 50 seconds. Ogren lost it behind the net. Swords clear down the length of the ice. 6 minutes left in the period. Why did they whistle that? Yeah. I think. What is that? Really? No kidding. Is that during the high school season too?
Yeah, that's just club. That's club. So Cincinnati Swords, this is their team for the whole year. So they don't play for their high schools.
Oh.
This is their season.
Oh, okay.
That's just my guess why they're doing this, but I think that either that or else they realize
Well, why are they moving it down there? Yeah, but it shouldn't. Well, it shouldn't be because there's a penalty. But now they're saying that they're making it that way this year.
USA Hockey's doing that, but the high school OSAJA, the high school
Okay.
won't be doing that.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if they're playing by USA Hockey rules.
See, when there's a penalty, they're allowed to ice it. But they're saying that during this USA, they are calling icing during penalties, and that's completely
But if they're doing that,
off.
then it should be a minute and a half for the penalty because they changed it. So I think they made the refs made a mistake thinking they were.
So the refs made a mistake probably on that. I was going to say, why on earth did they whistle icing when they've got when they're shorthanded? So, well, who knows? Why do they blank with the rules? Jiminy Crickets Almighty! It's only been 500 years that they've had the same rules, and they decide to monkey with it. Oh well. 5:10 to go in the period. Editorial comment. Not. What do they say on TV? The opinion expressed does not reflect the Academy Hockey opinion of anything. I forget it. Yes, rogue announcer. You're right. Okay. Back to. And who's 88? I don't have an 88 on. Who is it? Oh, thank you very much. What did? Oh, he's on here as 28. Okay, thank you very much. I got an assist from a couple of our spectators. He's 28 on both sides, but he's 88 in reality. So I think they're trying to just keep me on my toes. So thank you very much. I've had an assist from a couple of spectators here on this roster. So Chase Vongren, 88. Okay, we'll have things sorted out by the third period. Okay. Well, that's all in fun. It's just preseason action, so it's really practice for these players, organized practice, really. There's a shot at the other end, the save. And I'm also told that this Sword team, this may be their actual team that they'll play during the high school season. So this is just like spring training for them. Yeah. You know, this is their team.
They actually started playing their games in September.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
They start 2 months before the high school. The kids who play for the high school.
Well. Oh, wow! There's a big hit at the other end by Jaden Berrigan. He flattened one of the Nug players. So these guys are going to go to different high schools. The Swords? Only two of them.
The 68, which is
Schoonover.
61 next.
Berrigan. Oh, okay. And it was young Mr. Berrigan that we're discussing that he is going to play for a high school team this year, but he's right now going to take a seat in the penalty area as he got whistled down. There's a shot at the other end, the save. He flattened one of the Nug players. What was that penalty? Do you know? Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Appreciate it. So the Nugs on their first power play of the game. We're scoreless. It's 3:38 left in period number 1 of the last game of the preseason schedule for the Nugs. A minute and a half left in the Nug power play. There's a centering pass that's broken up. Nugs maintain possession with a one-man advantage power play. Cutting behind the net for the Nugs. And who's number 11? Do you know who number 11 is? Okay. Because I don't see an 11 on either side either. Elsner? Okay, because he's not on the.
11 is Elsner.
Okay, thanks. Okay. "42 seconds left in the power play for the Nugs. Adams works around one of the officials. Rink wide pass, center ice for Schwannekamp. Schwannekamp lost it, and the puck comes down the ice, due forward out of the net, and he will leave it for his teammate Chris Shearer. Pass up ahead off the stick of Schwannekamp. Schwannekamp picks it back up. Matt Schwannekamp drops it back to the left point for Shearer. Penalty killed off by Cincinnati. Shearer, center point. Shot, and looks like a save at the other end. Just a minute, 50 seconds left in the first period. These two teams again played earlier this afternoon, actually this morning, with the Nugs defeating the Swords 4-1. The Swords have not been able to muster a lot of offense in this first period. The Nugs have gotten several shots at the other end. Here's Alex Dorsey. He's checked. Swords come back. Puck flipped in, and chasing it down off his own dump in was Ogren, but then he lost it. Ogren fighting for it again. One of the players lost their gloves. That's Bolt of Cincinnati. Play down now at the Sword end of the rink. 1 minute left in period number one. Brady Sloan checked into the boards. And the loose puck controlled by the Nugs. There's a shot and a tip wide. 45 seconds left in the period. And now the puck pops over into the netting above the glass, and that will result in a face-off with 40 seconds left in period one. And we had a penalty on the play. And that is on Mr. Vongren, Chase Vongren, roughing 2 minutes. Second power play for the Swords. There's a shot blocked on defense. Loose puck picked up and shot to center. Carrying in is Hilkowitz for Dayton. Hilkowitz then checked along the end boards at the other end of the rink. 20 seconds left in the period. Cincinnati on a power play, trying to muster a shot before the end of the period. Nice check at this end by Polcotti, and the puck is cleared, and that's going to do it for the first period. After one at the Chiller in Springfield, the Dayton Nugs and the Cincinnati Swords are scoreless with 1:20 remaining in a Cincinnati power play. And these teams will just take a brief timeout, so hang with us. They're going to start the second period.
8 for the Nugs, 3 for the Swords.
Shots on goal in this first period. Park drops it behind the Nug net, but there are no one but Nugs there. And cutting through center, Schwannekamp. Schwannekamp into the Sword zone. Shot through the front of the goal crease. Bangs off the corner boards to center. Nugs another rush.
So if you want to let the viewers know, I think the rain messed up the feed, so I don't think people saw that last goal. So just let them know
Okay. I'm informed that we think we had some technical difficulties, maybe due to the weather with our feed. So if we missed the last goal, maybe it's been due to technical difficulties. The Nugs now lead it 5-1. The lone goal in this period, scored by Matt Langendorfer, assisted by Chase Vongren. And that's given the Nugs a 5-1 lead, and we have close to 8.5 minutes left to go in the game. Swords took a 1-0 lead late in the first period, but it's been all Nugs ever since. And there's Andrew Ogren, Kotorin, and he's checked, and we've got a whistle, and I think we have a penalty. It's going to be on young Mr. Seamus Donovan. What did he say? What? 12 is Doxy. Okay, sorry. Donovan's on the other uniform, 12. Okay, so thank you very much. I'm told it's Max Doxy. Well, they've got two rosters, and 12 on one of them is Donovan, the other one is Doxy. Thank you very much. So it's Doxy. There's a shot on a power play by the Swords. It's wide, Moore, and he expressed frustration that his shot was wide. Now Ogren gets knocked down and the puck is cleared. Well, now they have 15 on the board. I'm sure it was 12 that went in the penalty box.
It's 12 in the box.
Yeah, okay.
I had 12 on
Oh, okay. There's another player going down. They might have fat-fingered that one down at the scorer's table. 1:02 left in the Doxy penalty for, what was it, tripping? Cross-check, okay. 7:15 to go in the game. It will be Xander Moore against Elsner. Moore wins the draw. Shot gloved by Duford, but it pops out of his mitt. Swords maintain possession. Moore gives it off as he was being checked. Here's a screenshot, top of the slot. It's kicked out by Duford, and boy, he just got his skate blade on that one. That was headed toward the inside of the goalposts. Another shot, another save by Duford. He short hops that one off the ice surface. Benny very sharp here in this third period. 31 seconds in the Nug penalty and 6:44 left in the contest. Swords win the face-off, left wing circle of the Dayton zone. After it, Polcati of Dayton. Polcati clears, not out. There's a shot on, save, rebound loose, and it's tipped wide by Bolt. Then Bolt knocked down to the ice by Polcati. Puck held in, and trying to hook up over on the left wing was Moore, but unable to get a stick on it. There's a long shot that's wide of the left goal post. Park holding it in for Cincinnati. Park, left wing circle, shot, save, rebound, it's swept away by Elsner. Nice defensive play to rescue DeFord, who was made the save, and the puck was sitting there waiting for a Sword to knock it in, but Elsner sweeps it away. 5:50 to go in the game. Penalty killed off by the Nugs. Now Shearer of Dayton starts out. Chris Shearer over the Cincinnati line. Shearer from the corner, trying to center. A tip by Vongren. And It's off to the corner. Nice pass from Shearer to Vongren, but it tipped wide. Bush for Dayton checked, and the puck cleared to center. Swords trying to get something going, but again, two Nugs right there, Polcotti and Shearer, to prevent any mischief by the Swords. Thomas Bush trying to pull the trigger, and he shot it wide at the other end of the rink. Under 5 minutes to play. Watrous to Vongren at center. Vongren over the Sword line. Vongren drops it off. There's a shot right on, saved by Glutz. And Glutz will hold on. Jared Glutz in relief of starting goaltender Rylan Petrick. Petrick played very well, but gave up all 5 goals in this one. No correction, he gave up 4 of the goals. Glutz has given up 1 this period. Petrick at times had to stand on his head to really keep the Swords in the game, especially in that second period. And there is a shot. Glutz hit the ice. He made a pad save. Rebound still loose. Nice move at the left point by Watrous to keep the puck in. Another shot on net, and Glutz will cover this one with 3:59 to go. Thank you for joining us all fall preseason for Dayton Nug hockey. We appreciate everyone's joining us. Hope all the parents and friends and relatives of all the Nug players, and we hope you'll get back with us. I think we'll have a spring season too, won't we?
Should, yep. I'm sure we will.
Swords trying to get on the board, but a nice interception by the Nugs' Ryan Lytle to keep the puck from being centered. Moore of Cincinnati tied up behind the net. Ogren centers right into the top corner of the crease, but it's broken up. Another centering pass, Dufour down, and as Ogren was there to try to, or Berrigan was there to try to make something happen on a tip, but Dufour holds on. 3:22 to play. And a great all-around effort. A little bit of a slow start for the Nugs, falling behind 1-0. But all Nugs ever since. Riley Hansen trying to work through the defense. Has it knocked away. Hansen still after it now. It's Berrigan for Cincinnati. Berrigan for Ogren. Shot to center. Under 3 minutes to go. Spinning around with the puck was Schwanekamp. He drops it in. Now the Swords pick it off. Here's Berrigan, but he's checked. There's a whistle as Bolt checks a Nug player, Hansen, into the boards, and I think was there a penalty on that play? There was a whistle. One of the Nug players, it looks like Shearer, Chris Shearer, is heading off. So the Swords trying to end this game on a high note as they're down 5-1. Again, why not pull your goalie down by 4 with a power play? Might as well make it 7 on or 6 on 4. But they elect not to. You're down by 4 goals, what the heck, but I'm not the coach. There's a shot at the other end, short-handed. Save made. Maybe that's why they didn't want to pull the goalie, because they weren't sure they could keep the play down here on this end. Puck checked off and picked up by Lytle of Dayton. Lytle trying to swoop in. Lytle now emerges on left wing. Wraps around in front. Shot. Blocked in front. A minute and a half to go. Another whistle. What do we have here? As Ryan Polcotti and Ben Duford confer, the officials are going to, what are they going to do? There was a penalty, this time on the Nugs' Ryan Lytle. So the Zebras are going to keep control of this game even as it is in its waning stages. There's a shot that's wide of the mark. Park unable to get a tip on that one. Nugs flip it high down the ice. That's Thomas Bush. Racing after it. Snary trying to beat the defense down the ice. Noel Snary had it to try to make a play short-handed, but now the Swords come back. Ogren drops it off. Bush intercepts for Dayton. Thomas Bush trying to get in on the action. Thomas Bush pulls the trigger, and that's wide. Swords on a power play for the balance of this game. Half a minute to go in the contest. Trying to work around the defenses more. Poke checked away by Polcotti before he could get a shot away. Nice step in by Snary to prevent a shot. Now a centering pass is behind Moore. There's a fake shot from the left point. They've only got a few seconds left to try to score, and they will not be able to as the puck is cleared, and that's going to do it. So a great all-around effort by the Dayton Nugs as they sweep a Sunday doubleheader against the Cincinnati Swords. Final score in Game 2, 5-1. Earlier this morning it was 4-1. And we'll recap all the scoring before we put a lid on this one. And we'll also get our shot on goal stats, which are going to really heavily favor the Nugs. Shots on goal after 2 periods was 31-8.
12-6.
Was it 12-6? 12-6 Nugs. Okay. So for the game, what was that? 43 to 14. Wow. So the Nugs outshoot the Swords in the third period 12-6, and for the game they outshoot the Swords 43 to 14. So that's a recipe for a good game if you're a Nug fan. We appreciate any Cincinnati Sword followers that have joined us as well for this game, and I appreciate the help that they gave me before the game to get the roster sticker down in the lobby here at the
Get a picture because all the Cincinnati kids all know each other because the Moeller and the St. X kids have all played with these.
Oh.
There's actually 2 Moeller players who play for the Swords.
Okay.
High school season.
So Jeff, our producer, has let me know that they're getting together, both teams together, for a team picture because a lot of the Nug players have either been acquainted with or actually played with a lot of the Sword players. So a lot of these guys are well acquainted with each other, and so they've gotten together. Both teams have gotten together for a group picture. So we're going to recap all the scoring before we end our webcast. First period, no scoring whatsoever. And in the second period, the Swords opened the scoring. It was Andrew Ogren Kotalrin, unassisted, to give Cincinnati a 1-0 lead. And later in the second period, Chase Vongren, a power play goal assisted by Elliot Watrous. That tied the game, and then Elliot Watrous himself scored unassisted. Then Alex Elsner unassisted, and then Riley Hansen from Ryan Polcotti, and that rounded out the scoring in the second period. So after 2, it was 4-1 Dayton. And the lone scorer in the third period was by the Nugs, Matt Langendorfer, assisted by Chase Vongren. Thanks for your help. You too. See ya. And so Langendorfer from Vongren, and that rounded out the scoring for the afternoon. Let's round up 3 stars. I forgot to do that on the Flyer game last night. Right on my face. Okay. Let's see. Wow, there's a lot of balanced scoring. I think we'll give the number 3 star, I'm going to give to Andrew Ogren Kotilrian of Cincinnati. The number 2 star will go to Benny Duford for being the winning goaltender. And the number 1 star, Elliot Watrous. Elliot with a goal and an assist this afternoon. And, well, let's give Chase Vongren and Elliot Watrous a number 1 star because they both had a goal and an assist. So Watrous and Vongren, we'll give them number 1 stars. Nobody is going to penalize me for giving out a number 1 star. So that'll be it for this Nugs preseason schedule. And we appreciate you joining us all autumn long, and certainly follow all of your high school hockey teams as we start next month for real. And whether you're following a player that's at one of our local high schools or one of our club schools, we hope you'll patronize those teams, go out and see them, or whenever possible, follow them here on YouTube, because we're going to have some of them certainly on the Beaver Creek channel. So we hope you'll follow high school hockey throughout the winter, and then we should see you for Nug hockey again next spring. So until then, speaking for producer, cinematographer, engineer Jeff Duford, my name is Kent Jacobs. Again, the final score, Dayton 5, Cincinnati 1. Oh, you're statistician too. Give me that title also. 5-1 Dayton, and good afternoon everybody from the Chiller in Springfield.